In this tutorial, you will learn the process for making corporate travel bookings in xnet, your online booking tool. With the URL given by Pullman Tours, you get access to the login screen of xnet. After entering your user and password, you get access to the home of the platform. On this screen, you will see your company logo, and underneath, there are the modules to which the user has access to, according to the permissions granted. At the upper right corner of the screen, you'll find the trip locator search box, and above, the option with the list of bookings made by the users. Now I'm going to show you the step-by-step process for making a flight booking and the items involved for corporate travel requests. Go to the Search Flights tab to enter the data flight. In the tool, you can book one-way, round-trip, or multiple destination trips. Enter the flight origin city along with the departure date, and the destination city with the corresponding departure date. You can choose the amount of travelers. With the More Option button, you can enter additional information to make your search more specific, with fields as the airline, the type of plane cabin, or if you want non-stops or stopovers flights. The system allows to switch between local currency or US dollars for the fare values to be displayed. There are two options for searching flights availability. The first one is by price. By this type of searching, the travel options are displayed, grouped by fares, and ordered in ascending order, from the cheapest to the most expensive one. At the top of the screen is displayed the list of airlines that cover the itinerary, with the minor fare per flight. This list also serves as a filter by clicking over the airline icon. At the right side of the screen, you'll find the Filters pane. Here you can control different parameters in order to make your searching more specific. For instance, you can change the price range and the flight duration. Likewise, you can choose from time periods for your departure or arrival trip. And here again, an airline filter option is available. At the central part of the screen are displayed the flight options with relevant information as departure and arrival airport, type of aircraft, type of fare, and the amount and type of baggage allowed. All the flight options are grouped by fares, which indicates that any of the trip options in the group have the same price. By hovering the mouse cursor over the info label, you will be able to see the breakdown of the rate. By clicking over the info icon, more details of the flight are displayed, as airline operators, flight duration, arrival airports, and fare conditions. If the airline allows it, you can change the flight initial conditions and fare by clicking on the Upgrade Conditions button. A list with several options and conditions will be shown for the user to choose from. You can reorganize the information using this drop-down list, from the lowest to the highest price and vice versa. The second search option and most used for corporate trips is the type of search by hour. Here the information is organized by flight departure time, from the earliest to the latest. By this search, you have the option to see the flight availability one day before or after your initial search date. Here you can also reorganize the information by clicking on the time departure and values title. In this case, as it is a round-trip flight, the first tab displays the option for the outbound flight. The system will automatically display the availability for the returning flight. After selecting your flights, a summary of the flight chosen options is displayed. If there was any corporate agreement with the airline, would be shown here, so you can compare values between the public fare and the corporate fare. In order to continue with the reservation process, click on the Best Buy or Quote button. The final calculated values of the flight are displayed in a new tab, containing the rate breakdown. By clicking the info icon, the list of taxes will be displayed. Click on the Book button to continue with the booking. An alert message may be displayed, letting you know that some of the flights chosen do not include travel suitcases. In this part of the process, it is required to fill in the corporate information. This information may vary according to the client needs. First of all, enter the passenger's information. When you enter the name or last name of the passenger, the system suggests some coincidence for you to choose. Click on the desired name and the system will automatically complete the rest of the fields. When the passenger is chosen, the travel policies are validated, letting you know if the trip is in compliance or not. In some cases, according to configuration, the user will have to justify when a travel is out of policy. The system allows you to set up informative or restrictive policies. The first one just alerts you that the trip is out of policy. The second one alerts you and forces you to justify the reasons for the trip, otherwise you cannot continue with the booking. When a trip is not in compliance, a thumb down icon is shown. Click on the title to see the travel policy established and review what travel policy is not in compliance for a particular trip. Going down on the screen, you'll find the Cost Center tab. A passenger might have associated one by default, or might have the option to choose from a different one from the drop-down list. It is possible to split the expense between more than one cost center by using the Add button and entering the corresponding percentage. Underneath the Cost Center tab, we have the approver list. The flow of approval can be configured in different ways according to needs. There may be approvers by passenger, by cost center, or by the whole entity. Similarly, the system allows to set up approvers according to the trip nature, domestic or international. And three types of approval flow can be set up. First one, any approver. It means that just the approval of one of the approvers configured will suffice for the booking to be made. The second one, all approvers. All approvers configured in the flow have to approve the request, regardless of the order. And the third one, approval by hierarchy. All the approvers of the flow have to approve in sequence. The second one approves after the first one had approved initially. The tools allows configure up to 6 approvers per type of flow. In this case, the passenger has 2 approvers configured, which means that the notification of the trip will be sent to both of them. In the Additional Information tab, generally goes the trip reason. According to needs, trip reason can be configured in the system for the user to choose in every trip. If it's necessary to extend the trip information, there is an option for such a case. The Units tab generally is used for including additional information. Xnet allows you to set up additional fields to be captured in the booking process. This may vary according to client needs, but basically, these are fields that can be configured as lists, free text, calendar type, among others. These fields can be set up as mandatory or optional. All the information entered in the corporate types is stored and later displayed in the booking details, approval notifications, and the reports of the tool. After entering the corporate travel information, click on the Create Reservation button to finalize the reservation. You have the option to finish the current booking or keep adding more services as hotel or cars. At this part of the process, the booking has been made. As you can see, there is a record locator, there is a status of the booking, and here you see all the booking details. In the same way, a notification has been sent to the corresponding approvers. Here is the mail notification that the approver has received. As you can see, the information about travel policies is described and highlighted in red all the items that are not in policy. Going down, you can see the trip justification and the rest of corporate items. In the email template, there is a link that will take the approver to the xnet screen so he can approve the reservation. Here, the approver enters automatically in xnet and will be able to review the booking information and will decide if approve or reject the request.